And we're live. And we're bright.
Kind of.
Kind of? What do you think, guys? Do you think we look pretty good? Oh, wait. First, let's get on with the stuff at hand.
Yes, please.
Sunday, January 29th.
Oh, my God.
Episode number 130 of Flock Around the Table.
Missing a few episodes.
Yeah,
but whatever.
Yeah, whatever. It's technically week 130. So,
it's probably longer than that because there was several where we skipped before, but we didn't skip the number.
Skip the numbers. I've just been keeping track of the numbers because that's what I write in my book. And if I don't write it down, then I don't know anything about it. As you know, I'm Deb.
And I'm Sue.
And we have a new toy over there.
We do. It's a ring light, but we're sitting here going,
which is better?
I don't get it.
See, now we're kind of blue. Now we got a glow. Now we don't.
Now we're off.
Now we're off. And I almost kind of think it works pretty good. But.
And we got Walter.
I
got all these cords now. You guys, this is just.
We're going to have to get you a bin to keep everything in.
Sake.
I know. I think we'll try the light today.
Let's give it a whirl with the light. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
If we look better with or without.
Maybe they don't want to see us that bright.
I don't know. Jeez Louise. I got this weird hangy downy here.
You do have a hair thing there.
All right, whatever.
She's got a new do.
My do?
Yeah, she's
my
got a
do
new
on
do.
my head.
I like it that way.
I do too. It doesn't pull anything at all.
Yeah.
There's no.
The only thing is with your glasses up here, I think that's when you grab.
It could be.
When you pull the thing, but.
I need my glasses close at hand so that, I can see shit like a little old granny lady.
They're really cute.
I like my little teal ones that you found me at the tchotchke store.
Yeah. I wish Gail would wear colors like that. She always wears cheaters.
I think I need all of the colors. I need all of the colors.
This way then you can coordinate. For $1.25, I think
Did I tell you that Jamie got glasses?
No!
Oh my God. So my husband finally, I have to go get you a pair because he's like, I had to break down and get some cheaters. Let me be back.
Okay. I'll take care of a few things in the meantime. Like yesterday, we got together and it was supposed to be a Harry Potter knit day. Well, we ended up chit-chatting anyway. But for those of you who watched last week with Carly, when we opened up her Advent, Harry Potter Advent thing, and I'm over here going, I have no idea what she's talking about. I actually know what, is it Dijon Avenue Alley? Diagon Alley. I even know what that means now. And Huff and Puff. That's one of the houses.
Yeah, Ravenclaw.
And Ravensclaw. And
not Ravens.
No.
Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw.
Only one Raven.
And Gryffindor and Slytherin.
Yeah, she knows now.
Now I know. See, so I went home
and rewatched the first one. Rewatched the first one because we only.
The Sorcerer's Stone, which is red.
Yes, we only kind of made it through the first one. And I was the mother hen going, you guys shut up so you can watch the damn movie.
I was into it for a little bit, and then Karen and
then Sharon showed up.
Sharon showed up, and then Chicken Sharon and I started talking, and then Gail was over there watching, and then she miscounted, so she put her shit away, and then Carly, she just sat and watched, and
because Carly's the one who's seen it 500 times. Like my daughter.
And
my daughter would have been the one sitting there watching it too.
Yeah, and she's really into it. And besides, it's her colorways that set this whole thing off. So I went home and I watched The Sorcerer's Stone. So now I actually came in through the door this morning going, okay, I figured it all out. This is this, and this is that. And she's like, oh my God, you watched it again? I said, yeah, the boys were having a cigar. And I figured that was good.
Oh yeah, that's a good time to watch a movie.
Because I knew today I wasn't going to watch because today is football day.
Football day.
Yes.
Okay.
The NFC goes and the AFC goes, and then we decide who's going to the Super Bowl today.
Oh.
See, so at 3 o'clock.
All right.
I'm just telling you because I want you to be informed.
Okay.
This way, when somebody says, you're going to watch the Super Bowl? Nah, I don't really care for either of the teams. See, this way, you can, you can say. And I'll let you guys know next week which team you need to root for.
Oh, because, yeah.
I'm actually more of a Cincinnati, only because they don't get to go as much. Not a big 49ers fan. Eagles are okay, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see what they do today as they play.
So Jamie announced to me that
Oh yeah, the glasses.
that he had to get some cheater glasses to read. So he orders these from Amazon.
He didn't go to Dollar Tree and just try them on?
No. And he orders like a 5-pack from Amazon for like $15. Like, so it was nothing.
Yeah, but still, yeah.
And he's calling these cheaters. Okay, y'all, this is what I think a cheater is. The little thin glasses you put on the end of your nose so that you can see something up close because your eyes are shot.
Right.
This is what my husband bought. 5 of them. Exactly the fucking same.
Why?
These are not cheaters. These are glasses.
They're glasses.
These are glasses.
You can't do that.
No, not
Well,
really.
his head is bigger.
His head is bigger. So I have a big old noggin. You know this.
It's true.
You know,
my
I have a big old noggin.
Hers.
And these fit me. I don't think they look bad on me.
No, they look very studious.
But my husband, they're like out here like this because he's got a big... I'm telling you, he looks like an idiot. He looks like a bloody idiot. And he's bald. You know, he has no hair at all. So he looks like a molting owl.
I love it.
I'm like...
Oh, I do have one more question about Harry Potter.
Yeah.
What does he name his owl?
Oh, shit. I can't remember.
I don't know if he ever really said.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure he did, but I just didn't remember.
And I can't think of it.
I'll go watch it again.
I don't have my phone in front of me, so one of y'all just write it in the comment.
That's all right. I'll look it up if I really need to know what it is. But yeah,
he does. His owl has a name. I can't think of it. Yeah, those are 1.5s as well.
There you go. The top part is fine, but if I look through the bifocal part, forget it. I can't really do anything. Let me see if it helps. Yeah, it really does magnify. But you have to look, for me, I'd have to wear these like this. I'd have to wear them like up at the top half of my eye. Because on the bifocal side of the eye, it doesn't do any good. It kind of makes it blurry. So, as it is, for the most part, now these do change to their sunglasses, but they don't really get dark enough. So what I do is I'll wear a pair of sunglasses over these.
But non-prescription sunglasses.
Yeah, non-prescription. So that partly was when you walk into a building, when I take the sunglasses off, I don't have to wait 12 days for them to turn back to regular.
Back to a good,
yeah. So that's the other. Oh my gosh.
Isn't that hysterical? I'm dying laughing. And he's like, I don't know how, the blue thing for the computers or what. I'm like, I don't actually need my cheaters for the computer.
Boy, these really give you look really cute in this picture. Sorry.
Not in real life, just in the picture.
You were such a cute kid when you grew up. What happened?
What happened to you? What the hell happened to you?
I know. What can you say?
Okay, I'll get it out of the way. First thing.
What's oh, yes, new ones.
We have. Well, I think the sheep are new, but there's only one left. So if you want I have a sheep one that's like this. That comes with rings that have matching. But the bumblebee is new too.
He's so
Mr.
cute.
Bumblebee with matching beads.
And they're black. How cute the iodized. Oh, they are adorable.
Yep. So Mr. Bumblebee, he's so adorable.
And he's really lightweight. So
he's super lightweight.
Super lightweight.
The sheep has been going over really well, so I'm getting more sheep in. I will get more sheep in.
Oh, look, you got white and yellow.
Well, yeah, because it's a bumblebee.
How cute is that? These guys are just adorable.
He's a cutie.
I might have to just start putting these on my hats just because then I get to wear them. Yeah, because then I get to wear them.
So, and I was doing a little review of the shop, and I realized that my rings were kind of all the same kind of color. Not necessarily all the same kind of color, but there didn't seem to be a very diverse. It was just me.
Okay.
Maybe it's just me looking at it. So I made some, I didn't have any purple at all. So I made some.
Unheard of.
I made some purple rings. So they're up. They are called Aubergine.
Okay.
Aubergine.
Okay.
So those will be up shortly.
Oh, those are nice.
Yeah. They're kind of a metallic-y purple.
Yeah.
And then the gold anodized aluminum rings.
Yes.
Secured
Nice
over,
set.
so snag-free. And these ones are not up yet, but they will be up today. And I think I'm going to call them Black as My Heart.
Okay.
Because they are red anodized.
Oh my God,
Rings with
that's
a black
so cute.
bead.
I
With a black-
love that.
So yeah, I was talking with Carly about them yesterday, and I brought up the Black as My Heart, and she goes, "Yes,
Yes.
name it that. Name it that.
Name
I'm
it
like,
that.
okay.
Oh, I love that idea. Look at
So,
Black
Black
as
as
my
My
heart. Oh my gosh, and they're so red and perfect.
I have put up a few things this week, but honestly I can't remember which they are. If you don't follow our Etsy shop, follow it. You'll get a notification when new things go on. And yeah, some things are very limited in quantities that I can get. So
shipping details. Sometimes it's hard to get those things shipped through here.
So if you want it and you're thinking about it,
put it in.
if it says there's only 5, trust that there's only 5.
She's really good.
Get it.
And believe me, when we go in there, if there's only 3 left, she won't let us have them because there's only 3 left. She only lets us have these sort of things when she has like 9,000. And even then,
did you had left yesterday when Marsha asked if I had any of the magnetic ones left. Rings. Says, so if any of you guys are there's like a magnet wrist thing that you can, if you have magnetic stitch markers, they stick to it, or the magnetic bowl, whatever. Marsha has one of those, and so she likes the rings that are magnetic. Now, my old rings, some of them were magnetic and some of them were not magnetic. These ones are not magnetic. They are aluminum.
Right.
Anodized so that the color will not come off of them. But I did still have some of my old ones. And she was like, well, I didn't know I had them. I mean, it was a fluke incident. It was just, that they happened to be.
Yeah.
So here I am yesterday with I have a ball jar full of them, and I just threw a magnet in there and shook the ball jar around a little bit, pulled the magnet out and take all the ones off that stuck to it, give them to Marsha, put the magnet back in, shake it around a little. We did that for like half an hour. I just pulled out all the magnets. I'm sorry, I have no more magnetic ones. They all went to Marsha.
Okay, so if
Marsha
you need
has
to get a
all
hold
the
of, send her an email at...
No, don't, because I'm not getting them.
No, send Marsha.
Oh, send Marsha. Yeah.
Say, hey, listen, I want a bag, but can you throw in a couple of those?
And Marsha's at the Felted Garden in Etsy, so by all means, do hit her up. Oh, I did get her some new stitch markers for her shop on Etsy, the Felted Garden. They're little triangle ones with the little bead on them.
Oh,
so
I like those.
She had run out of them and asked me if I could resupply her, and of course I did. They look like this.
Those are nice. They're nice.
They are for like sock knitters, so it's really on a size 3 or below, I believe is what it is, size 3 or under.
And they're wonderful if
and
you
the
use
sock
the
knitters,
squares. If you do the 4 square small needles, these are amazing for that.
The sock knitters of the world love these because they have a little bit of a dangly, so but they're not dangly.
Right.
It's a bead.
Is it Black as My Heart?
Black as My Heart.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a little bead on a triangle clasp. So it's hard for me to hold this up so you can see the triangle, but that's the top of the triangle. I'm holding the bead. The bead's there. So you have this little bead that kind of moves around.
Yeah.
But it doesn't hook on anything, so it doesn't catch on anything.
Which works great.
Sock knitters love them.
Yep. They're good for that. Well, I mean, because they're small.
They're small.
You're knitting on a 1 or a 0, 1, 1.5.
1, 2,
type,
3.
Type thing. And so you don't want anything a little too big because
No.
you don't want any space.
Yeah, there's still a little color on there, and so they like the fact that there's a little color, there's a little, bling bling, little jewelry knitting. They like.
For me, when I don't want any space, I just pull the yarn harder. Make it tighter so there's no hole there. See, you can't.
Yeah, you can't move yours.
I did notice that last night. I was working on my helical, which you'll see next week. I'm down to the end. I went from the 16-inch down to the shorty with the 6-inch
little. So you went to kind of
so
9
down,
inch or so.
and then now I'm on the flexi flips. And this is really kind of new too, because I'm decreasing the same way you do a Musselburgh with the helical still going around. Okay, so you decrease one round and then you knit around, and so you have to really be careful.
Are you only doing it in 4 places?
Yeah.
Like that? Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, your Musselburgh usually has 4 anyway, because you have 4 spots. So the 4 color kind of works out. And so
But you just kind of rotated it so your decrease is in the middle of your helical.
So I'm like, okay, let's see how we figure this out to pull it up without grabbing, making
the wrong one.
Yeah. So it's gone pretty good until last night when I went from the small shorty ones to the flexi flips.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't fit on there anymore. So I was down to like 60 stitches. And so that was stretching. Yeah. So I went to and I kind of got a little messed up because I had too many needles sticking in. When I picked up because they're all metal, right?
I would almost at this point be tempted to just drop all the colors but one.
Yeah.
And do. Because you really only are going to have a few rows left.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking at this point.
Yeah.
Go back to what the ridge is. Yeah, just do the ridge. And then maybe if I do a pom-pom, I don't want a big pom-pom. I don't want anything to distract from it. I may do one teeny tiny little pom-pom at the top of it or something like that. So I might consider that, because it is, when you're down to this little ring and you've got 4 yarns and then you've got to decrease
in
and
between
pick
the yarns.
And then you got to pull the other needle around while you're changing over like this. Because I do it. And someone wrote a comment last week about the rings. Because you can buy those rings where you can attach the yarn like when you're doing color work.
Oh, yeah.
But that, like in a helical, for me anyway, I find, even though it's more work, to move that yarn all the way over here and then slide them over. Because then I figure out where I'm at.
Yeah.
And also if I put this yarn over here when I go to tighten this stitch, the one that's on the needle, it's a little easier to do that, because then you do the next stitch with the yarn and then you tighten up, but you still want to see this. You don't want to over tighten. So
She's over analyzing it, y'all.
I am, but I want it to be right, and I don't, I want them to be able to do. Our friends and neighbors and cousins and aunts and uncles and enemies want to be able to do.
And enemies. I don't want my enemies to do it.
I want everybody
give them all
to
the wrong
do
information.
Give them the wrong information. I don't want to do this. Well, they say you keep your friends close, but you keep your enemies closer.
Yeah.
The friend of my friend is my enemy.
No, the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
That's it. Yeah, it's an old thing.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah. Kirk says that to Spock in Star Trek.
Oh, I'm
just
sure.
thought I'd share you with that.
Okay, great.
I knew she wanted to know that. Funny though, when we were watching yesterday afternoon, Mikey said that's Star Wars music.
No, it's not.
It sounds like Star Wars music a couple of times. Yeah, I'm going to actually go and figure out where it's at. So I'm going to start analyzing some of this.
Okay.
So
she got herself I got her into Harry Potter.
Yeah, into the
Sort
aspect of it. Yeah, not necessarily into it. But at least now I'll know what it means when they say, well, I'm a Huff and Puff. And I'm like, okay. I don't know which one I want to be because I didn't remember what the colors were, the other ones.
Watch the next movie.
Then maybe I'll know.
Watch the next movie.
It's green and gray or green and...
Well, just watch the next movie.
Because I don't really like the rust and gold. I mean, that wasn't my favorite color span. So I think I want to be a Ravenclaw.
Okay.
What are you going to be?
I'm not.
No. What's Tori?
Oh, she's probably Hufflepuff or a Ravenclaw or something.
I think a Slytherin because I'm more nasty. So I'll be a
You're
Slytherin.
not nasty.
But my favorite, I think the very, very favorite part is in the beginning when he talks to the snake. And he lets the snake out. And I'm sorry I'm giving things away if you haven't seen it. But
nobody on the planet Earth except you and Karen had not seen Harry Potter. For fuck's sake.
Well, maybe there might be one or two others out there that haven't seen it. But anyway,
in the first movie, he talks to a snake.
He does. He goes to the zoo and his stupid cousin is being mean. And so then he talks to the snake like I would do. Sorry, that guy's a real idiot. And the snake wakes up and talks to him. And then he actually lets the snake go. And the snake says thank you to him as he slithers out of this. I wish we had seen him again.
The snake?
Yeah, I do. I wish we had seen him again. He seemed like he was pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he could be pretty cool.
I'm not telling her anything. She's going to have to watch the shows.
I will watch the shows.
To learn more about the Harry Potter world.
I'll watch it.
And now it's so funny because when her and I went down to Disney and I said, this was before I knew that she had never watched Harry or read the books.
Right.
Never read the books, never watched the movies. And she's a big reader and a big
listener,
science fiction.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Star Wars. You know, like I'm sitting here going, you are a science fiction. Like if you didn't get into this fantasies, okay. We went down to Disney several years ago and I said, oh, do you want to go to Hogwarts? That's at Universal. That's not Disney. That's what she did to me. I'm like, oh, okay. Whatever. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. I just kind of... Now, she comes into the... walks... We just did this yesterday. She just barely watched the very first movie. She walks in here today and she goes, so Mikey's asked me now if we're going to go to Hogwarts. Or you said you were wanting to go to Hogwarts.
Right. I did.
And I'm like, but that's at Universal.
So what?
She says, so what? I could have gone to Hogwarts.
Well, and also one of the other reasons we didn't go is because Tori's always wanted to go.
Yeah, Tori would be so mad at me if I went.
Yeah, if she went without her, so it was sort of like, yeah.
But she's not a kid anymore.
No, she.
Damn it! If she wanted to go to fucking Hogwarts, she
can get on a plane and go to Hogwarts.
Just get to platform 9 3/4 and get your ass there. Like
that is too cool. I'm like, I want that. Man, if I could do that to get other places. Do you mean the places I would go if I could just go through,
just walk through the wall
and just be there? That would be like unbelievable.
Yeah, and just you just walk through a wall, hop on a train that is a short train right away, and now all of a sudden you're at a magical place.
And they kept moving from time frame to time frame. And the train, the Hogwarts train, I want that train set. That is like amazing. I love that. And it had so much smoke.
The Hogwarts Express.
Hogwarts Express. Yeah. But the funny thing is I don't like the Polar Express.
The movie?
Yeah, I don't like it.
You.
But I like trains. So I'm into a train. So I like trains anyway. So trains are really cool. So we didn't get much other stuff done yesterday. Some people did it. Sharon was working on a sock. She was starting a new sock.
Yeah.
Karen worked on a shawl.
And again, they came over here
to watch the movie.
To Fat Susie's house, who I said, I'm just going to make popcorn and have refreshments. If y'all want to bring your lunch, bring your lunch. Otherwise...
We did.
blah, blah.
We had a sugar fest, thanks to my sister.
And Karen. Pineapple upside down, individual cakes.
Those blueberry muffins were out of this
Blueberry
world.
muffins and rum cake.
Yeah.
And popcorn.
And bagel bites.
And bagel bites.
Yeah.
She brought over.
I brought over nobody would eat the grilled cheese. And I brought them over. I should have left them here so we could have showed the. I'll bring one next week so that you guys.
I said it's not a grilled cheese.
It is a grilled cheese.
It's toast with cheese in it.
Well, it's microwavable.
That's not a grilled cheese.
And it's in the toaster, and you don't have to heat your oven up, so you don't have to make.
Why would you heat your oven up to make a grilled cheese?
Okay, then you don't have to heat your stove up.
It's so hard.
It is
so hard to heat.
But I think I like the way Karen said Andrea does it this way. She puts two pieces down like at the same time and browns the bread in the pan and melts the cheese, and then she takes and slaps them together.
Okay.
So that would be really cool because then you're getting it nice and melty. That's one of the reasons they don't like to put it on the oven is because the center of the cheese doesn't always get melty.
That's because you turn the stove up too high and you
bread.
walk away and then you burn the bread.
Well, yeah, we have a saying in our house. Don't burn the bread. Don't burn the bread whenever you're doing the bread. My mom used to make these poppy seed bread things when we used to have spaghetti, and we all loved them. And everybody fought for the middle because she cut them into thirds. And everybody would stand at the door. Don't burn the bread. Don't burn the bread. Don't burn the bread. And of course, we'd all sit down because spaghetti was already done, and we wanted our fair share. And guess what?
The bread would burn.
The bread would burn. So
my grandma instilled in me the love of burnt toast.
My mother used to eat it practically burnt.
No, burnt. Black. My grandma used to set the fire alarm off when she made her toast.
Oh my gosh!
So she would make everybody else's toast. You know, when we were at Grandma's house, it was like it was a whole family deal, and it was every weekend in the summer. So she had a big electric skillet that she would make bacon and eggs and whatnot for breakfast in the morning, and then bacon and eggs and toast, which was pretty standard breakfast fare for us at Grandma's. And then a little dish of some sort of fruit.
Okay.
Canned, usually. Our like home canned fruit.
Right.
And she would make a pile of toast. So our job as the kids was to make the toast.
Okay.
She took care of the bacon and the eggs. And the last two pieces of toast she would put down at least twice. They were hers. And then one of us kids would have to go over to the fire alarm because it would go off. And fan it with the newspaper of the day so that the fire alarm would
shut off. Right.
And then we could sit down and eat our breakfast. But yeah. Yeah, I like burnt toast.
My mom liked it that way. I was like, is that something from the old country or something?
I don't know.
I don't even like it when they scrape it off. Like if it gets overdone and then you scrape it off. No, I won't even eat it then. It's like, forget it. I don't want toast then.
If they're scraping it off, I will send it back to them and go put it down in the toaster one more time and then bring it back.
Ugh, no way.
I mean, I'm getting a little better as I get older. I don't have to have it burnt, but yeah, I like burnt toast. If you think it's too burnt, just give it to me. I'll eat it. I know, I'm strange.
Do you like your meat burnt?
Rare.
But you like
rare.
Your meat rare.
I want my meat
rare.
Tender and rare.
But you'll eat this burnt toast.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, some people. I'm not going to know her on the cruise.
I mean, a steak rare. I want my chicken and my pork cooked.
Oh, of course.
Cooked through, but
yeah,
steak rare.
It can be a little pink, but not too pink. You know,
warm.
You know.
Just warm it up for me.
Okay, dokie.
It just needs to take the refrigerator cold off, and I'm good.
All right. And I'm going to
20 seconds, bring it out to me. I'm good.
That's what my sister was. Just kind of brown the outside,
Yeah.
warm up just the outside. I'm like,
just-
the inside's still cold,
It's fine.
so it's fine.
It's fine. It's great.
You know? And my mom, both my mom and my dad like it so dead.
You're killing it. It's
I know. It was like, why bother?
Oh,
That's
my
why I
God.
use ketchup on everything.
Ugh.
I love ketchup.
I can't stand ketchup.
You know, it's funny because even on the cruise ship, they'll bring it to me in my little container. Speaking of cruise, did you guys get yours scheduled? They're still running a special on Celebrity. August 18th.
August 18th, for those of you who don't want a muffled date.
Right. I've had a
Yeah, perfect.
my nose is always running, and I'm always
We're
afraid it's dripping.
gonna do a podcast some week from the dentist chair. See
I didn't
if you
think about that.
guys understand what
You
we're
know,
talking
it's
about.
funny. It's funny because my dentist actually watched a podcast. Micah was in
Oh
there
my God,
years
yeah.
ago, and she said something about doing this because I referred her. And Dr. Lewis and I are pretty good friends because I've been going to before
'Cause-
kids forever.
Yeah.
I told her, I said, when you retire, you need to make sure that you have a little office and a storage unit with my chart in it because I will be down.
You're right.
They
Because
can
you
do
still
the
have to take
cleaning.
care of my teeth.
Yeah, they can do the cleaning, but you have to do the exam and tell them what they need to fix. So we were laughing about that. And so she actually watched us on the podcast. And I was in for a cleaning, but wasn't going to see her that day. And she comes over, she goes, I saw you on the TV, on the podcast.
I saw you on my TV.
She's like, oh my God. She goes, that is so funny. And I was like, what did I say? I hope I didn't say anything too bad. She just said, I was laughing so hard I was going to pee in my pants. I said,
It's kind of knitting.
well, yeah, it's supposed to be a knitting podcast. I said, we do talk about it a little. And she goes, I think it was one of those episodes where we got on a penis issue or something. Sure. Which is usually one of my topics anyway. My husband always says that I have a penis fixation. I said, yeah, except yours, but that's okay. I said,
Well, I work between two boys now. I have a boy on either side of me. And
Oh my
when I
God.
say boy, one of them's 30, so still younger than my daughter, and the other one is 25.
oh yeah, they're boys.
They're boys.
Yeah, they still have a long way
Now,
to go.
mind you, they both have degrees in engineering, in the engineering world.
Right.
One of them, Coleman,
Nice guy, I met him.
has a sense of humor of a 12-year-old. So we're like
He
on
fit
the, we're on the same playing field.
Fit right in here.
Garrett, like I sat next to him for the first couple of days, and he barely said anything. Like, and we're in cubicles, but the shelf is this high. Like, our heads are above the shelf.
See, I don't like that. They should have
So
a
we're
little
like
separation
talking to each other, like, no big deal.
there. Yeah.
But yeah, he came around the last couple of days, so.
So he's
Yeah.
actually woken up a little bit.
Yeah, I think he has a 20-year-old mind, not a 12-year-old mind. He has a 20-year-old mind, but he's 25.
Okay.
Yeah, and I said, "Oh my God, you two are both younger than my daughter."
And you're like, oh my gosh, what am I? A den mother here? Oh, jeez. So
Yeah, whatever. It is what it is. What it is. What it is.
that's how they roll.
I got boys around me. That's all good.
It's kind of funny
I'm
because
like, at least they won't be offended because I swear every once in a while. At least, hopefully.
true, they won't be. Now,
Hopefully, they won't be.
when
Because I do like to say fuck.
yes, as we all know, hashtag favorite word. So
Yeah.
I remember those days because I had a lot of the kids when I went down to Kath Holding. They had all transferred down there because the hours were much more predictable for families and, if you're raising
Sure.
kids and things.
Yeah.
And then I went down there because I was tired of night shift or whatever.
Because you had seniority, and damn it, that's what you wanted to do.
That's what I wanted to do. I didn't want to do weekends, holidays, or call anymore. So I was like, this is it. But I was like their parents' age for a lot of these.
Right.
And I trained a lot of them. So they all knew what a pain in the ass I was. and everything. And then when they could always tell when I was going somewhere too, because I would work more.
Oh, sure.
So where are you going this time? You know, because you're working more. And then a couple of them used to cop an attitude because I was always going on these places and stuff like that. And finally I turned to one of them and said, excuse me, am I not about, I said, how old are your parents? And I said, very similar to my age, yes. Do you begrudge them going places? And she goes, oh no, they've earned it. And I said, ergo.
Then why haven't I?
I said, why don't I? She goes, well, you're always talking about it. We don't get to go. And I said, well, you're always talking about your kids and I don't have any. So I have to listen to you. So it's so I never thought of it that way. I know.
Of course you didn't think of
No,
it that
you
way.
didn't. My other favorite.
You were just envious of me going someplace, and I'm envious of you having children.
Well,
so.
And they'd always say, or I'd come in and I'd say something like, well, I forgot about that. Oh, you're always forgetting everything because you're getting so old. Yeah, I really am. But I'm 56, and what's the retirement age? They go, 65. Yeah, that means I have 9 years. And you're how old? 31. You have a lot longer than I do, so I guess being old is okay.
34 years
and
to
they're
go.
Like,
more than you're alive.
Exactly, and they'd be like, oh. Then they kind of shut up and left me alone.
I know, I said to somebody, I'm like, yeah, I'm 52, I can coast. I can coast in retirement.
Yeah.
It's like, no big deal, I could just coast it. They're like, that's like 9. I'm like, because 62, damn it, I'm done. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, it's only, 10 years. I can coast to that. And they're like, really? Yeah, I sure can.
Yeah, believe
Watch
me. I can hang in for the 10-year thing with that. I was
Watch me.
Because, I
sure can.
With my dad, I went supplemental. And then after we put him in the home and everything, I was like, because I had him at the house for a while. And so supplemental is like if they needed you, you could go in, or you just schedule on the short days and things like that. So you weren't really scheduled that much. So sometimes I wouldn't work for a month. Broke my heart,
Oh,
so
that
yeah,
stinks.
it's just so when I went on Social Security, because I had already technically retired 2 years earlier when Social Security, and Mikey goes, hey, we got a raise.
Yeah, because now she's actually bringing in something.
No, now she's spending her own money and not mine.
Right. Yeah.
Which is true. He's pretty good about that. He doesn't say too much, except I've been getting a lot of packages. And he's like,
yeah, because you're off your moratorium.
Oh, not just yard, but I found a couple of Zuli and Emery Rose have like really nice clothes, and they're reasonably priced, and you can get plus size. And
she's been dropping weight,
and I've been
like a hot potato.
Yeah, and from the medicine that I'm on. So anyway, I'm not buying a lot because I don't know where I'm going to land, but I do have to buy some. I mean, I have such a saggy butt. I'm telling you, I could put 2 of us in here. You can't wear them because you have chicken legs. So I can't.
But how are your legs getting smaller too?
Not really in the knees. They're not, because everything I buy is for the fact that my knee has to get stuck in there. My left knee is really the big part. So anyway, I was...
The crutch of the, yeah.
Yeah. So I went to this one place. I think I sent you the website. It's called Temu, T-E-M-U. Bunch of cheapy stuff like the Dollar Tree on steroids.
Yeah.
But it goes from, 99 cents to $200. I mean, you can get anything under the sun. So I ordered a couple of dresses from there. And you can tell they were only $8.99. But I have to cut half of them off, so they'll really be okay for the cruises and for when I go, out when I need warmer clothes and things like that. And I bought a couple pairs of capris, so at least I'm not going to have to be droopy drawers completely.
Okay.
So, because you know what happened when I was at the airport?
What have you ever had those type of dresses on and a pair of leggings?
No, because I don't wear leggings because my knees are too fat.
They're stretchy.
I know, but my knees stick out and they look really funny.
But if you have on a dress...
But the dress would have to go below my knee because my knees are ugly.
Oh my God.
And my thighs...
Nobody's looking at your knees.
Oh, believe me, you would, because you'd be seeing that fat ball
Oh my
lower
God.
than my.
No, we would not be looking at your fucking knees. It's a self-conscious thing.
It is a self-conscious thing. If they look at.
Let's just say what it is.
It is. It's a self-conscious thing.
Nobody's looking at your knees.
Well, nobody's looking at me. Period.
We're just looking at your ass. We're looking at your sexy ass.
Yeah, I don't have one of those. Yeah, not hardly. Except it was sticking out. Now it's a little flatter. I do have, yeah. But like my sister, she's now part of the gang with us. She's got these little chicken bird legs, and all her weight is right here. You know?
I carry.
Yeah, she carries everything right here.
I carry everything
I carry
in the
it
middle
here.
too.
I carry it here. I carry it in my legs. I carry it everywhere. So anyway, I've been getting all these packages, and some of it has had clothes in it, and some of it has had tchotchke stuff in it. Because who can resist $1.99 piece of tchotchke? So, yeah, I have to be careful with some of that. Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
Actually,
Costco has pretty decent clothes.
I know Marcia said she got some pretty good ones.
I will have to show you. I will have to show you what I recently got. Okay. I have changed my work uniform to it.
Oh.
I have concluded that I'm done trying to figure out what I'm going to wear in the morning.
Okay.
That I'm just going to have a freaking uniform. I work in an office, warehouse, whatever. I'm done. I'm copying Jordan.
Okay.
Jordan wears the same thing every day.
Black.
Black on black. On black.
On black.
But then he flipped it up on me and he started wearing this like army green colored coat with his black pants. But
nice.
Yeah. But I was like, he's like, yeah, I thought maybe a little color. I'll wear this for a while, see,
Okay.
But so I'm like, I like the idea of a uniform, so to speak. So yeah, when we were at Costco, I found these pants. They were $7.
Oh my gosh.
And then this shirt, that was $5. So I picked up a bunch of each of them.
Oh, nice.
So that I could just,
so that you can go in and just be.
Yeah, I just pick up my black pants and put them on, and one of my shirts that were $5 and put them on and go to work.
Becoming a Michael Kors.
Yeah, totally.
He has beautiful clothes. He makes beautiful bags. And what does he wear? He always wears a pair of jeans, a black T-shirt, and a blazer.
Yeah.
I'm like, and the funny, when they say business casual.
When you eliminate that take up space in your brain of what you're going to wear that day, when you eliminate that, it opens up so much more for other things.
Okay.
So I don't have to coordinate this clothes with that clothes and make sure that everything looks okay and blah blah blah. I just put on what I know I'm gonna wear, same thing every day, and then I can come up with bumblebee stitch markers for you guys. Because my headspace is free for coming up with other things that are more important than frickin' clothes.
My mother always had to lay out her clothes the night before, or it drove her insane.
Well, it's another thing. Like, you have a couple of more free minutes at night to figure out what it is you're going to wear. I understand that.
Right. I do that when I travel. Because I never know
You're freeing up headspace.
Because, I never know if she's going to be sleeping in or coming back for the casino. And you don't want to be ruffling through. And I don't want to be ruffling through everything and get yelled at. So,
see?
Yeah, so I do lay it out more so when I travel. But I don't at home. Usually at home it's whatever. Does it. Okay, this is good. And off
when I'm at home and like this is my pajamas, you guys get me in my pajamas an awful lot. This is just a big oversized t-shirt and a sweatshirt that I put on and my sweatpants. I mean, like legit.
But she looks great.
You guys get me in my pajamas most of the time. Legit, it's the topmost t-shirt in my drawer.
Okay.
And
do you rotate them? Or when you fold them?
No.
Okay.
No, so there's some on the bottom that I haven't worn in a long time. And I'm like, my drawer's getting awfully full because Deb keeps bringing me damn t-shirts, which is great.
I didn't last time.
No, I know you didn't. You didn't. And
but
if I'm certainly not going to complain about it.
If I go to Hogwarts, you're going to get one.
Oh, yeah. I'm certainly never going to complain about it at all, but I will have to go through my t-shirt drawer here soon.
Yeah, and just kind of go through some of those. and decide
Yeah,
what we need to do.
I might be cutting up t-shirts to make a rag blanket or something. I'm not sure.
Oh, that'd be fun. Well, and one of my packages that I got a while ago, I got this new yarn. It's called Yarn Lex. Yarn Lex. X.
YARXLEX.
Yarn Lex. Yarlex. Okay, anyway. It's 100% cashmere. I got it on Amazon. Marcia told us.
Marsha.
Yeah, Marcia mentioned it to us. So
you got it on Amazon.
I got it on Amazon, and I wanted to try it. And I'm going to make this pattern.
A snood?
It's like a snood, I guess. Here. I think it was free on Ravelry. Bonbee. Anyway, that's next week's project when I'm at Disney.
Look at that cute little...
Isn't that cute? My sister walks her dog pretty much every day, and she's always bundled up. And so I thought that would be nice and soft.
With the rolled thing.
Yeah.
And the
I-cord edge and stuff. And
no, it's got to be rolled because
I'm sure it is.
There's a drawstring through
it. Yeah,
it.
there is. So,
not an I-cord edge.
But the tie is an I-cord.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway.
That's super cute.
And then it's not expensive either. It's really reasonable. And it's Prime.
So delivered for free.
Delivered for free. It took a while to get there, though, because I think of the supply chain. But it's made in China.
Of course it is.
And this is 50 grams, but they don't give you the yardage.
Of course not.
No.
But it's 100% cashmere.
But it's 100% cashmere. It says, dry flat, dry clean, warm iron, hand wash, do not bleach, do not tumble dry. Okay. So, and it comes in a few colors, like light blue and gray. I think there might have been a pink, but I'm not sure. But Google.
I might have to go look.
Yeah, go on Amazon and see it because it's soft. I think
it is soft.
It's really nice.
I'm surprised that there isn't something else in there with it.
Yeah.
It does surprise me that there isn't something else in there with it.
Yeah, me too. I bet there is, but they didn't tell us. But
no, it says it's 100% cashmere.
That's what it says.
It says 100% cashmere.
So hopefully you won't see anything new on this next week, but you'll maybe see some of it in a couple weeks.
Can I ask how much it was? I mean, I can.
It was reasonable.
I can go on Amazon and
I don't remember what it was, but it was very reasonable.
Okay.
I don't remember. It wasn't like $50 a skein. You can buy it in 1 ball, 6 ball, 3 balls, 6 balls, or 12 balls.
Okay.
And it wasn't like overly expensive. I think the 6 balls was less than $50 or something like that.
Okay.
So it was really very reasonable. And there's a couple of different companies that were on there. I remembered her saying that. Didn't get very far this week with the Musselburgh.
No. Did you get any knitting done at all?
This week? Yeah, I did. I worked on.
Oh, you worked on your helical. She worked on her helical a lot, so she's almost done with that. I'm almost
done with that. And then I was looking at these, and I've been cleaning out downstairs. I've been slowly going through like my books and my patterns that were in the one shelf, and then I found a bunch of stuff that I didn't know I had in a bag.
And you distributed some purses to some friends.
I did. So I got rid of like 2 bags of those, 3 bags.
I think you got rid of more than that.
I think it was 3 bags altogether. Yeah. But I think Karen's going to give a couple back. But
probably.
Anyway, so I got rid of some stuff. And
if you really want to just leave them here, I can put them up on Posh.
Okay, we'll see. I just don't want to bother anybody to do them.
You're not bothering anybody. It's no big deal. I'm doing stuff out of the Etsy anyway, so...
Yeah.
It's not hard to do.
No, it's not hard. It's just it's a bit of a time consuming thing, and
it's not that time consuming.
For me, I'm not home enough.
I'm here all the time, so let me just put it up on the Poshmark and sell it. If you want to get rid of it, that's how you get rid of it.
Anyway,
whatever.
I had a Coach thing and a Dooney. I do have a bag thing anyway, and for years the funny thing is I made bags.
Right.
Little company, I did craft shows and things, and my company's name was Bunches of Bags.
Bob,
because that's what my niece called me. So it was Bob's.
Bob's.
Bunches of Bags, and such. And
Bob's and such.
Bob's and no bunches of bags and such. So Bob's
bunches of bags.
It was B-O-B little s.
Yeah.
And so I did that for quite a while, and everybody at the hospital had them. They're like a Vera Bradley type bag because I like pockets. I needed to have the pockets in them, but I couldn't afford. I started this when I was 50.
A million years ago.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously. And I couldn't afford to get the Vera Bradley.
Right.
So I made my own, and then everybody
said, well, I want one of those.
And then I want one of those. And so I sold them at work, I sold them at home, and I sold them at craft shows and everything, and that's why I have all that fabric. But I don't sell that much anymore, so I have a lot of fabric too.
But I did put her on a mission for an easy sewing job. That's easy. That should be easy.
Yeah. I am working on that, but I got mad at my sewing machine when it wouldn't do what I wanted it to do, so I kind of yanked on it, and I kind of bent the needle thing. So Mikey was going to take a look at it this morning and see if I bent the shaft or if it was just the needle thing in the bottom. So
okay.
When it kind of goes up and down and goes click, 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 you kind of know it's not going where it's supposed to be going.
It's not right.
Yeah.
Is it just the needle or is it something else?
Yeah, I gotta make sure that, and well, I couldn't even get the needle out because I even used my roach clips to try and get it out.
Yeah.
Sorry, needle holder.
It's a roach clip. It's okay.
It's a hemostat is the technical term for it. Anyway.
Yeah, we know what you use it for.
Yeah. So I don't smoke.
I know you don't.
I chew. I'm a chewer. So other than that, that's all I have this week. What about you?
You know, I have been, other than working.
And she's had a bit of a rough week too.
It's been an interesting week. Mm-hmm. My husband left for a boy vacation.
And I keep trying to tell her she needs to go on girls' vacations with me, but she just doesn't like, we'll see. I was going to take her on a cruise at the end of the month. We'll see, I don't know. I'm going on a cruise in August. Smack the girl. We could have been coming to you from...
I said I didn't think I could afford it.
You could afford it. If not, I'd make up the difference.
So working that, and then the Etsy shop has been keeping me busy, and I realized
thank you.
Yes. And making new things and putting new things up in the Etsy shop, which has been fun and interesting. The Black is My Heart, I did a new type of photo that I will put up. I'll put it up in Instagram too. Give me your opinion on the photos. I truly am just, I don't know what I'm doing with these photos. I just try all sorts of different things. So if some things work for you, let me know.
Yeah.
Tell me what you think, honestly. Do an honesty, like check out the photos and tell me what you think.
Yeah. Because it makes a big difference.
I'm so tired of looking at these photos that I sometimes go, I don't know, I'm just going to put it up there. I don't know anymore. My brother is like, he calls himself.
He's a photographer.
He's a photographer. That's his hobby. His work is different from photography, but I think his photos are fantastic. And he takes hundreds of thousands of photos and only puts up, one or two on his Instagram. I think his Instagram is Wade's Word. I'm not quite sure. If I can link it in this podcast, I'll let you know, but you guys go check out his photos. Every once in a while I see one and I'm like, I need to have that in a print. So he has prints too. But I have been tempted to send him down props.
Yeah.
And then whenever I have a new thing, to send it to him and have him take photos and send it to me. But
that would take so much time to it back and forth. And you get too excited. I mean,
he lives in a different state, so I would have to mail him the stuff.
Yeah, and it's just too exciting when you kind of came up with this and everything. It's like, oh my God, I got to get this out there. I got to show them the little bee. I just think that's so cute. And Leah.
I was talking with Marcia about that too. And I'm like, I have a hard time with once I've made it and I've taken the photo, I have it and it's ready to not give it to you guys.
Right.
Like to not put it out there for you guys. Like, why would I do that? I have it. I have the photos. I have the listing ready. Why wouldn't I hit
just post?
Yeah. Post it.
Right.
And she's like, yeah, but sometimes you just want to wait. And I'm like, I get that, but still.
They don't care. I get
She's
excited.
Like, sometimes you just get a whole day where you can, that's what you do is you fart around taking photos and getting posts ready. And then you can have them in this particular place in Etsy. If you're a seller, you know what I'm talking about. Where you have everything ready to post, but you don't post it until later.
Okay.
And my brain is just like, but it's ready. Why wouldn't I give it to you guys?
Well, I understand that when I was getting ready, I mean, I would say, okay, that craft show isn't until July, so I don't have to worry so much. It's January. But then all of a sudden I'll see a fabric and it's like, okay, I got to make 6 of them for that craft show, right? So then that's all I'm working on instead of working on what I should be getting out for. And I didn't have an Etsy shop because I did this before Etsy really came along. And now I just don't feel like doing it.
Well, yeah. But so at any rate, I have a hard enough time. I literally have a hard enough time keeping certain things back and not putting them out.
I know.
And I have to because like I can't. If I want to do an advent for you guys for this year, I have to hold.
Which is what we're hoping for.
I have to hold things back, so that's already bad enough. Like,
well, and then you got to start planning so far ahead and ordering. And now, in some ways, I used to think it was so silly when you go into a store in February, like today. Okay, January 29th, and it's today here in India, it's not going to be too bad, but. I mean, normally it's 20-some degrees, right?
And you get Easter stuff?
And there's Easter closeout, and they're putting all these specials for the summer, pretty summer pink and yellow, and you're like, oh my God, that is so cute. I wish I could wear it today, but you can't because...
But if the store doesn't have it...
Right, because they're a season ahead. It's like, I think Halloween...
Which, thanks for reminding me, I have some Easter stuff I need to get ready.
You need to get ready. See, I told you.
I have it at least.
Yeah. Well, see, I don't have anything. I better go back and check my stash for Valentine's Day.
Oh.
Because that's coming up.
I already have Valentine's
she has
stitch
Valentine's
markers up.
Stitch markers up. But I have to make sure we have Valentine decorations.
We do. I'm sure we do.
Maybe I need new ones.
At any rate, I did get a couple of rows on this done. I'll let you guys know. So my little crack on my finger that from the other week, I super glued it. I just put super glue over it.
You put super glue on your skin? Well, there's a super glue bandage, but...
No, I just use super glue. Just regular old super glue.
Oh my God, it's healed.
It's totally healed. Regular old, run-of-the-mill super glue. I put that over that big crack on my finger. Now, granted, for the first couple of days, I didn't knit at all.
Why?
Because it still hurt. I mean,
okay,
it still just hurt to the touch.
I get it.
But I crocheted.
Oh, yeah. And when I brought in my bags last week, she got a bag for her crocheted blanket.
The big blanket.
The big blanket now has its own bag.
And probably the bag is probably big enough
for the whole bag.
For the whole blanket when
it really is.
When it gets king size.
It was one of those finds. Did you ever get to the store though? Seriously, you go to the store and you look at it and go, "Oh my God, this thing was $329." And it's now down to $98, plus you get an extra 30% off. And you're like, why can I not I'll find some reason to use it. Well, I used it in the house to hold other bags, to hold other stuff.
And now, I'll show you.
And it's a bag that I never even saw in Vera Bradley. Never. And I mean, I don't dwell on her website, but I get on there quite often because they're always running sales. But I got this at the sale in Fort Wayne.
This is going to hold a king-size crocheted blanket.
And it's solid, and it's got a good bottom, and it's great. And it's a nylon-y. It's perfect.
It's got pockets all over the place on it.
It does. It's a really good bag.
Yeah.
And I bought it up at Vera Bradley. Every year I don't know if she's still doing it, but she was doing it pre-pandemic, where she had this thing in Fort Wayne, and you bought a ticket and you went in at certain times.
Yeah.
And they were really reasonable. And this must have been something she had out on some other coast or test running the first way around or whatever. And then she pulled it back because they redesigned it or it didn't sell or whatever. So however they do it.
They were clearing out the warehouse. They're just clearing out
that's
warehouses.
What she is doing, and it's at the Coliseum. So check it out if you're a big bag fan. And they have tons of other stuff. You know, like she does carry clothes, but I have never used her clothes. Her blankets are amazing. Her throws are so soft, and they wash like a hanky. They're amazing. My mother was obsessed with them. If we gave away one, we must have given away 40. And I still kept the Snoopy and the Halloween and a snow one and a couple of others. I mean, and I kept a few, because they were my mom's.
Well, yeah.
And I got them but I have my own Star Wars one. So
of course you do.
Of course I do. Anyway. And if they have Star Wars on, of course I got to look for it. And if it's Disney carries Dooney and Burke, and I have a lot of those. But I haven't gotten rid of those. But they're all very big.
You guys, she came over to my house, and Carly and myself rummaged through the bags that she was getting rid of. These are bags she was just going to take to the Goodwill or
put on Poshmark or whatever.
Well, she's not going to put them on Poshmark because she's never there.
No, never there.
You heard her. She brought over 4 big containers. I'm just going to call them containers. You know, like...
They're like blanket bags.
Like king-size blanket bags?
Yeah.
Full. Each one of them stuffed full of Coach, Dooney and Burke,
Vera Bradley. And I think I had a couple of Michael Kors in there.
Yeah.
And they were all bought on sale.
Yeah, well, still.
Some of them I used once or twice.
Oh my God.
I have a certain kind I like, and I only use that kind now. And the bad thing is, when I was making all those bags, I rarely carried one of my own bags.
Right, because you were walking around.
Right. But I used a backpack at work. So I just threw my wallet in.
And are you carrying a Coach or something now?
Yeah.
Or is it some knockoff
Coach
brand?
Nope, it's a Coach.
Okay.
It's a Coach.
So now she's...
It's a Coach. And actually, I think someone took the other one of this. I told Sharon she should take it. Mm-hmm. This is a good one. Because a lot of them were duplicates, too, because my mom bought them and I bought them.
Yeah.
So some of them were duplicates, and then she gave them to me, and then I just stuck them away.
So I did take a couple.
So, and she has a couple, and everybody has a couple, and if you were closer, you could all come over and we could do this now. On that note, before I get myself into more trouble over here, we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Don't forget to go on Celebrity if you want to do the Alaskan cruise.
On the solstice.
Solstice, leaving August 18th out of Seattle, returning to Seattle. Sharon mentioned maybe doing a knit-along. And I don't know about that. I think maybe what we might do...
I think if Sharon wants to do it, then Sharon should get over here and do the fucking podcast and do a goddamn knit-along.
Chicken Sharon, you're going to be on stage.
Sharon,
get over here.
If you want to do a knit-along, by all means, come on over on Sundays and do the podcast with us to do a knit-along.
I think we should maybe come up with a hat and put F-A-T-T on it. We could put
Leah, could you design me a hat that has F-A-T-T on it, please?
And then we could give it out, and anybody who wants to...
If Leah sees this podcast, she'll do up a pattern really quick, send it to me, and go, here.
There you go. Here you go.
Here, Sue. Here's
your
fat
hat.
Your fat hat. Your fat hat. I need a fat hat.
Well, I use
We need it in bulky, please.
Yeah.
Do it in bulky so we can do it in like an hour and a
in about a
half.
hour and a half. Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. But the fat might not come out real good, so you know.
Double fingering weight.
And there's no guarantee
Do
you're
double
gonna.
or triple fingering weight, Leah. That would be great.
We could wear it on chic night.
Yeah, right. Put your ball gown on and your fat hat, ladies.
Put your
Come on,
fat
let's
out,
go.
away we go. You know, so that's how it works.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
Anyway, all right. On that note, we'll let you have a good day. Enjoy the football games this afternoon.
Oh, sure.
I know that.
I'm going to thoroughly enjoy them.
Yeah, right.
Not
She's
being on.
enjoy her quietness because she's here by herself.
Oh my gosh, I didn't tell you what I did last night. So
What'd you
last
do?
night I was super tired. I don't know why I was super tired, but it was like 6:30.
Okay.
And I said, Jamie's not here. I don't have to whatever
Entertain
for
or
anybody.
do
I don't
anything.
have to do anything for anybody. So fucking I'm going to bed. So I went into bed, turned on something and watched something for half an hour or something like that. So it's like 7, maybe 7:30. I'll give myself 7:30.
Okay.
Fell asleep.
So what time did you wake up?
10:30. And I went, really? Okay, really?
Yeah, really?
I get up. I go pee. I come out here, get a drink of water, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, I'm going back to bed. So I get back to bed. Turn on the TV, watch something, almost fall asleep, turn the TV off. Good. 1:30. Well, no, really? Really? Come out here, get a drink of water, go pee, whatever. I'm going back to bed. 3:30. Do the same thing. Right here. Get a
Maybe you
drink of
should
water,
cut
go
out the
pee.
drink of water.
Right? Back to bed. Woke up at 6:30.
Well, that wasn't bad.
6:30.
So you got you actually, but you would go back to sleep, which
I
isn't
went back
so
to
bad.
sleep. I could go back to sleep.
Right. So
Normally
that
I can't go
wasn't-
back to sleep.
Right. Usually, when you wake up at 10:30, you
And
might
then
go
at
back.
6:30 when I woke up, I'm like, oh,
I feel okay.
yeah, this is what it's like to sleep.
Sleep for a couple of hours. Well, I didn't sleep all that good last night because my alarm kept going off. I kept dropping for some reason. So I would eat the M&Ms and then my sugar would go up and I'd sleep for an hour and a half and then I bottom down again. So I got to figure something out around here when it comes to this. I didn't eat a snack before I went to bed last night, so that probably could have been some of it. Usually I have protein or something before I go to bed.
you
and I
need to
just
have
didn't
some
do that.
protein.
So I didn't.
Something
well, the
that
dog
sustains
comes
you
over.
longer.
He comes over. He puts his head down on my knee and looks up at me like, I'm like, do you want to go out? Nope, tail doesn't move. Do you want a snack?
Oh,
Tail starts to wig because he's used to this. He gets crackers and he gets some of the yogurt. So, that's how it works. Yeah.
yeah.
So I have to keep my dog healthy. So I guess I'll have to snack.
So you have to keep yourself healthy and keep your
Well,
dog healthy.
I try to avoid it because I have a tendency to turn it into a full meal. It's not just a quarter of a sandwich or a half a sandwich. It becomes a sandwich with chips and a drink and a dessert. And it's 9 o'clock at night and you shouldn't be eating that much at night. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So besides, I was dreaming about Huff and Puff.
Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff.
Yeah.
That's the only...
Huff and puff sounds like like there should be marijuana involved. Yeah.
That sounds
Huffle.
like a train. Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff.
Okay, I'll figure these words out
Yeah.
sometime.
It's good. Can you imagine somebody like me who's dyslexic trying to read this first book to my daughter when she's like 7 years old out loud?
That would not work
Before
too
the
good.
movies were out. Obviously, before the movies were out.
Well,
So
see,
you never heard the names.
right, and a lot of the Star Wars books that I haven't read, I've listened to because I can't pronounce the names of all these places. So it's easier just to listen to them.
it.
I could read them faster
Cheers.
but I have to squam over all these words.
I do too. When I'm reading a book to myself, like in my brain,
Right.
you kind of say the words to yourself in your brain. And I come across a word that I don't know how to pronounce, which often happens in these fantasy type
Sure. Yeah.
books. I make up different words for them. Like,
So you can.
so like it's not.
It's not Quasorum Consiskeksamum. It's just
It's Cassie's castle.
Yeah.
That's what it
Yeah.
is. It's
Yeah.
or it's not
Yeah.
Dumbledore. It's
It's just the door.
The wizard.
The wizard.
You know, like
wizard number 1 and she's wizard number 2.
2.
Or guy wizard and girl wizard.
I would
and,
legit just make up a different name for that. That was you know, like it would resemble the word.
Of what?
Or the name of whatever it was.
Especially if it was one you saw over and over that you could. So,
I did that with, I can't think of the author's name right now, but the book starts with the wizard's first rule. I think there's one up there.
Terry Goodkind.
Terry Goodkind. Fantastic series. There's like 12 in this, and they're about 800 to 1,200 pages per book. It's fantastic, but it's a fantasy type book. And so there's lands, and then there's names, and then there's animals that are different. You know, like Star Wars. There's different types of animals that we're not used to hearing. And like I had to make up names for them. Because,
you do, because after a while you're like, okay, now what was that? Oh, no.
Thankfully, the main character's name is Richard. Thank you, Terry Goodkind, for giving me the main character's name and a name that I can pronounce.
So at least you wouldn't have to be searching through somebody else.
I don't have to try and make up his name.
Yeah, well, that works pretty good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah.
Have a good week. Enjoy your winter days. We are not supposed to have a bad week this week. Supposed to chill out a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll see you.
And kind of misty, rainy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is supposed to do that.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week then. So hopefully we'll have some new information. If not, we'll just go over the same old crap we always do.
We'll just talk about penises and say fuck.
I do have to look for vagina plants. That is what my mission is on all my cruises this year, to look for a vagina plant, to go with the penis plant. Because she has a penis plant. She's going to grow it.
I have penis plant seeds.
She has penis plant seeds.
Did your sister planted some yet?
I think she did. I think she says she's
actually got a plant. Yeah.
So then we could actually put them on the Etsy shop.
I am so going to put them in these pots on my patio this year. So hopefully on the 4th of July, I have penis peppers
out there for the big penis.
Yeah.
Big penis party. No, the big 4th of July party.
Yeah.
And then watch everybody's reaction.
Right.
Because they'll look at it and go,
that looks like a penis. It is.
Well, it is. That's what it's called. Talk to you later. Wait.
It's not a touchscreen.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I forgot.
Bye, guys.
Wait, I can't get it now. Did I not?